you've had.
Yeah.
You guys have been
It's
staying
been a
busy
little
though.
while, but it's been all right.
Yeah, you guys have been staying busy though, haven't you? Writing and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been writing and working on some stuff. We just announced and it came public, I guess, with that Blood Blast
Yes.
distribution deal. So that's
Yep.
been awesome. Been having some cool ideas tossed back and forth with those guys about the future and some of the old releases as well. So that's been
Oh,
really
okay.
cool.
Do some like re-release stuff, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, we gave them the self-title that we just released for like their kind of distribution, so they've been like
Oh, okay.
re-algorithming it and everything
Oh,
like
for
that,
the
and helped us with
streaming.
the streams and and then we kind of coincided it with the vocal cover contest, and then at the end of the month
Oh,
we have the instrumental version of the album coming out, just for sake of a little bit
so.
something different.
Oh, okay. Did you guys announce that yet?
Yep.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I don't know how I missed that.
the vocal cover contest has been
I
going
saw that.
for just about a week. Yeah, and it was
Okay.
about at the same time we announced that at the end of the month there's going to be the full version, a full instrumental version of the album. So I know bands do that every now and then, and we just kind of figured why not, and allow some people to maybe do some vocals over it and whatever.
Yeah, let people. Yeah, let people have fun with it. Like, here you go.
Yeah,
show us what you got.
Exactly. Like, I mean, even a dubstep remix or something crazy would be cool. Give me 1 second. I just gotta grab something.
Yeah, go for it. How's everyone doing? Yo, Benny, thank you so much for that resub. You're fucking awesome. 5-month streak. You're the man, dude.
Cool.
We got everyone here right now. Hell yeah. Garrett's here. Corey, Benny, Sean Mott, who's working on my new logo. Actually, I just approved it. So he's finishing that up right now. No, you're good. You're watching this from the gym. That's awesome.
Damn.
All right.
All right. That's crazy.
Josh, you're cute. Yo, Guttural, what's up? Oh, he just did a vocal cover for you guys too.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's in my Discord.
Yeah, they've all been coming in. They've all been awesome. It's been sweet looking at them and watching them. We haven't all done it as a group yet, so I'm getting stoked for that. Okay. That's gonna be fun.
Are you guys gonna do like a video, like together watching, or do anything like that?
Yeah, I think so. That'd be really fun.
Be cool.
Just like a live reaction vid, maybe cut it up and then add that to the winner vid.
Yeah, that'd be a cool idea, actually.
Yeah.
That would be rad. What's up, Tanya? Hell yeah, everyone's up in this bitch tonight. So let's see. I know we had a question already, and we might as well ask that first, because I don't want to have it get lost. Where the frick did it go? Why did I just see the question and then it went away? Oh, here it is. Josh asked, how are the Canadian shows compared to state shows?
Good question. I would say they're pretty similar, but I would say that they're a little bit more like calm for the most part, at least for like deathcore and death metal. I don't know. The States likes to go real hard, which I love. I love that energy.
Of course.
Canada plays it a little bit more like
safe.
Yeah, safe. It's a good word for sure.
They're gonna social distance real well at these shows.
Yeah, and then other than that, I mean, like, Canada's so big, right? So some of the cities are like tough to really pack out. You know, it's like a long hours drive for some people. Like, it's understandable especially like when you're in the middle of Canada, it's a little bit like scarce. So that's all right.
Yeah, when I would book like full, when bands are like, "Yo, we want to do a full Canadian tour," I'm like, "Okay, well, listen, this is your first one, right? Yeah, okay, check this out.
Check this out.
You're gonna have these days. 7 days. You're going to do the east side of Canada, then you're going to fly to Calgary. Yeah. We're going to surpass that whole middle part.
That's so true.
And then you're going to rent a van over there and finish it out. And then fly back to your van in Montreal.
Yeah. It's rough. But, much love to the prairies.
Yeah. I always get, when I do like Devastation on the Nation, they're like, why isn't it coming to Calgary, Edmonton, or Winnipeg? And this, I'm like, well,
yeah. Well,
the money is not there.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry.
I know.
I just a lot of like band, like I remember how like Rivers and Nile do a full Canadian tour a couple of years ago, and that went really well. That completely it went beyond of what we expected. It was great. It was fantastic. The guys were so stoked on it. All the other bands were like floored by it. Even like the small towns. I think we went to what is it called? Oh my god, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll tell you what they
like Halifax and Nova Scotia.
Well, those did really well.
Yeah,
but we had
a Newfoundland, like Labrador.
Where is it? It was it's somewhere in the middle of Canada. Oh, here we go. Hold on, I'm going to tell you right now. Saskatoon. No, Regina. Regina. Yeah. So Regina, she was like, I remember she emailed me and she's like, it was a great show. It was the most people we've ever had for a metal show. And I was like, oh, wow, that's incredible. How many people? 59. I was like, what? I forwarded it to the band. I'm like, yo, dude, you were the biggest show in Regina.
Yeah.
And they're just like, what?
Yeah, that was like on the last tour, on that Rings tour. We played, I think we were in Bend, Oregon. I remember this.
Oh, yeah.
And the promoter like comes up and he's like, yeah, it was looking like a pretty good show tonight. Blah blah. Tells us like the pre-sales. I don't remember what the number was, whatever. Yeah. And we're in like the small room, and there's like this big room, and it's like so nice. And I was like, yeah, what's up with the big room? Like, he's like, oh yeah, like no one ever plays in there. He's like, we've only had 2 sold out shows in 10 years. I was like, holy crap! Like
2 in 10 years?
In 10 years! And there were like bands that would obviously sell it out. And it was like, oh, okay. I mean, okay, yeah. Like,
that makes sense. They should sell it out.
I was like, 2?
Yeah, 2?
I hope tonight goes well. Like, shit.
Yeah. I was just like so floored by like her name. I think her name is Corinne. I could be pronouncing it wrong. She's great. She books in Saskatoon as well. And but familiar. You guys have probably played. She probably booked you guys. She had to. It was just so funny, dude. I was laughing my ass off when I got the email with that number. I was like, what? But tickets were like $35. I was like, oh my god. I guess they needed it to be that much.
Right.
And we're very like Rivers and Isle and all this, very reasonable what they ask, and they know like the small towns and stuff. I tell everyone, I'm like, listen, we're gonna hit these small ass cities in Canada. Don't expect some big money. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't expect what you're getting in Montreal and Toronto to get that in like Regina or Saskatoon or even Winnipeg.
Yeah.
You'll get pretty good money in Calgary and Edmonton and Vancouver.
It's funny. Vancouver, I find, is so hit and miss. If you play death metal, I think you're all right. But
is it deathcore? That's kind of.
I don't know. Well, anything that's core is just not really that like big in Van. I don't know what it is. Lots of thrash metal, black metal, death metal. I've noticed
thrash in Vancouver.
Yeah,
this is a lot. Yeah, that's crazy.
Those bands all do super well in Vancouver. They all have a lot of people coming out to shows. We used to have a lot more kids back in the day at local shows, but the scene's got a little bit more away from deathcore and everything. So
has it?
Way she goes. Yeah.
Are there any active deathcore bands in Vancouver that you know off the top of your head? I mean, obviously besides AngelMaker.
Well, other than us, I mean, so Johnny just joined our band. He plays guitar, but he also does vocals in a band called Carcosa, and they're from they're from Vancouver.
I remember hearing them. I feel like I saw a video from his band.
They used to be a band called Galactic Pegasus.
Wow, what a name that is! Galactic Pegasus.
Some rebranding,
Yeah, I'm glad. Worst.
Other than that, I mean, the big band that like a lot of people nowadays I see talking about is, I mean, Spirit Box is from our city.
Oh, dude, yeah, that band is so good.
Yeah, they're like a powerhouse.
They really are. And they that new song, Holy Roller. Oh man, I listened to that probably like 10 times the other day. I was like, God, why is this song so good?
Right?
It's like every new single that band comes out with.
Everything
new
they do,
one,
like the merch, the videos, the fucking, like everything. It's just so good.
It's fucking nuts, dude.
But you can tell, like, like they're so veteran. They've been in.
They've done this shit for a minute. Yeah, they're not new.
No,
they've been doing.
But yeah, apart from that, I mean, we got Arcspire, and that's really
Arcspire, yeah, Tech Death, fucking kings.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah. There's some other cool bands, but not on the core end of things. Definitely like pretty minimal there. All the bands that I like grew up going to shows like and kind of inspired me, I guess, to play deathcore within this scene. They all broke up like right around the time we kind of started touring or just around that. So
when did you guys form? What year was that?
2011.
That's crazy. I know you guys have been around for a minute because I remember finding out about AngelMaker. It was on that Split record.
It's crazy. Next year will be 10 years. So
my God. From that Split? Or just next year will be 10 years of the band. Wow.
Well, but yeah, so 2012's first release. So almost 10 years like as like official release, that'd be 2022. But
yeah,
we formed in 2011. And started playing like we were doing cover shows and kind of like battle of the bands like bullshit.
Yeah, you guys are much younger than we
were in high school still.
Are you like mid-20s right now?
Yeah,
right?
26.
20. Yeah, so
yeah. So we were just like little fucking kids trying to do whatever we could, kind of. Pretty funny. Like I still remember to this day. Like I told the story like a few days ago. I'll still remember to this day, and it's a great story, but the worst show we ever played.
Yeah.
We were like, I don't know, all like, let's say around 16, and we got this show, and it was at a bar, and it was in like the worst part of town, and they're like, yeah, like you can play this, and it was like a thrash like death metal show, and we were like opening, and we get there, and they're like, yeah, you guys gotta wait outside on the sidewalk until you can play.
Because you're not 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, okay. So we're like in the middle of like the worst part of town, like Cracktown. There's all these crazy people walking around. I'm like 16.
Like where Rickshaw is? Because I know that
near Rickshaw. It's a little bit more into downtown, but like it's right beside where like the homeless people set up like their own like marketplace.
Oh,
they have like a weird little pop-up marketplace, and so it's like right across the street from there. It's a venue that's just closed down because of COVID, but they're called Funky Winker Beans.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, so
Funky Winker Beans.
Funky Winker Beans.
With this shit.
Yeah, don't make this up. And
so that was the venue you guys played at.
Yeah,
but you had to sit outside.
We wait outside.
All your shit.
With all our shit, with our parents, because we're like fuck, and like it's just like my mom and I think our drummer's mom at the time, and and we like whatever, we get inside, like they let us in like right before we were supposed to play, just to kind of quickly set up and whatever. So they let us in. We get up on stage and I look around, and there's my mom and my drummer's mom, and then a bunch of like weird homeless people who have just wandered into the bar.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget this. These two guys, there's only two guys at the show, and they're standing front and center. And so we start playing, and the whole time we played, like 15 minutes, they stood there like this.
The whole time?
For like 20 minutes. The whole time. They were in like thrash metal vests and everything, and they just stood there, middle fingers up, the whole time.
Love it.
Yeah.
That was your first show?
That was one of. It wasn't the first show, but that was definitely one of the first shows as AngelMaker. As AngelMaker, that was definitely one of the first ones. And I'll never forget.
Awesome.
So good.
That is fucking incredible.
They just hated us.
Fuck these guys.
Oh, it's awesome.
Holy shit. Let's see. Guttural asks, what's your biggest inspiration for vocals? Was it who inspired? I guess who like. I guess when you were younger, yeah. I would say.
Okay. I can narrow down pretty quick. I've been asked this question a few times.
Yeah, I figured.
For sure. Okay, so there's 4 people I would say that kind of were like my big influence. Right. One was Alex Kohler from Chelsea Grin. I really wanted to have like crazy highs like he had like back in the day. Like
those highs were stupid. Yeah, those were ridiculous. I always thought that too.
I'd never heard anything like that as like a kid around.
And I thought like Mitch from Suicide Silence had crazy highs too.
Mitch too. Mitch was like close up there. Yeah. For me, but I was like, man,
Alex was like, what the fuck's he doing?
Bad.
Yeah.
And then for highs again, because I've like kind of 2 and 2. My other big vocal inspiration for highs was a vocalist by the name of Jimmy Allen. He does vocals in a band called At Rest.
Oh, dude, from Jersey.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. Oh, dude, that band was the shit back in the day when I was young.
That band like that
big in Jersey.
Few, like demo EPs or whatever they had, like that were like my shit as a kid, and I thought he had the sickest highs
At
ever,
Rest, dude.
And I don't know, it was just a combination of those 2 guys for my highs, and then lows. I mean, everyone likes to talk about Phil Bozeman, but honestly, for me, it was Big Chocolate.
Oh,
Figuring the Goddess.
What's his real name?
Cameron Argon.
That's it. Cameron.
Yeah,
I've met him a few times.
And then also Ricky Hoover. I really wanted to sound like Ricky Hoover for a long time.
Apparently, he has a new band.
Yeah, he does.
Right,
he does. It's called Of Sulfur.
Something. Yeah, like yeah. So I used to fuck Suffocate back in the day. I haven't talked to Ricky in a minute, but. He's damn, that dude got jacked. I was like, yo, he's working out. He used to be so skinny.
Yeah.
No, he's killing it. But did they put any music out? I don't know if they did yet, or they put a clip out or some shit. I didn't.
No, they've been teasing super hard, but nothing.
Nothing official.
Nothing yet.
Not an actual song.
Just building up the hype, I guess. Yeah. But he said that it's supposed to be some like kind of Blackened Death hybrid band. Okay. So.
I'll be interested, dude. His vocals rule. I loved Suffocate.
Yeah, like, they were just one of those bands for me. I guess for me, one reason why I liked them so much back in the day too is they like kind of epitomized deathcore.
They really
just
did,
played
dude.
Ignorant, just like we play breakdowns and just like write songs about hateful things, and it was
very
just, like,
hateful. Yeah,
you know,
that band was like very in your face. I loved it.
I guess that's why I liked it though. Some people hated it because of that, but
I did. Yeah, I loved it. I love all that shit though. I love I tell everyone on my team, I love metalcore, I love deathcore, I love death metal, black metal. I mean, like you name it, I pretty much love it.
I feel like I've always kind of said I feel like there's no bad genre of music. It's just a matter of finding the band that you like within that genre.
That's it. Yeah, because I don't like every single deathcore band.
No,
there's deathcore. I don't like every death metal band. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like black metal that I think sucks, death metal that I think sucks, metalcore that I think sucks.
Yeah.
I have like certain bands and all these genres, subgenres of metal that I love, you know.
Exactly.
But that's hilarious. Ricky is coming back. Yes, he is. I'm fucking stoked on it.
Right?
God.
Crazy. I know, that was cool. So, and it's cool that, like, as the years have gone on, like I haven't met Big Chocolate or Alex Kohler, but like got to meet like Jimmy on tour the first time we went on Summer Slaughter and like shot the shit about vocals and stuff, and then Ricky's been talking to me actually recently a bunch, which is kind of like this weird childhood dream come true. You're like,
I gotta hit him up.
To sound like whoa. It's funny.
That's
he
cool.
brought up a message that I sent him, and like he was like, dude, you sent me this message like, was it 3 years ago or something now, that was like, hey man, like if you're ever doing vocal lessons, like let me know. Like
really? That's so tight.
So funny.
Dude, he is a great vocalist though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, he nails it.
And his presence was always super cool too. Like that was one thing for me as a kid. I always just like, I mean, people talk shit about it, but like the big ears, the tattoos, and like
that was the thing, bro.
Vibes and everything. It really like,
it was like
I don't know.
Him and like Mitch, I thought had like
it really drove the genre like home to be like, yeah, this is fucking deathcore. Like I don't know, it made me stoked as a kid. Like
it like cemented it in a sense. Like that was like the thing, you know, especially then.
Yeah. for sure.
Big Chocolate did do EDM. I met him once because he did vocals for Burning the Masses. Remember that man?
Yeah.
They were sick, and that record he did was fucking good.
Yeah, it's funny. We recorded the same studio that they did that record at, and I've talked to Stefan a bunch of times about it. It's funny.
That's that guy's name, Stefan, right?
Yeah, Stefan Hawks.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, they recorded there as well, and Stefan was telling me this, not funny story, but just Stefan stuff where I'm like, dude, you recorded Burning the Masses. Like, dude, you had Big Chocolate in there. Like, he was just like, he's gnarly. And then Stefan's like, dude, I didn't even know anything about him. Like, he's just a guy doing vocals. I'm like, dude, what? Like,
it's fucking, do you know who that is?
Do you know?
Disfiguring the Goddess. Do you know who that is?
I didn't know anything. But I know they had Chase and like Westmoreland on that record, and that was kind of like the beans at the time. Was watching him play drums, as it always is. But.
Yeah, he also, Chase did Hate Internal as well. And I've known Chase for a while too, and when he was doing Hate Internal, he was like, I can barely play this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, coming from him, and I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, you should be able to play this like nothing. He's like, no, it is extremely hard.
Right.
I'm like, that.
Yeah.
Hate Internal is hard. Crazy shit. Let's see. How do you go about writing lyrics? That's always a good question, I feel like.
We kind of I guess it's a little bit of unique process because there's two of us.
True.
So we typically wait till the songs, at least like the pre-pro version, like we wait until the song's more or less done, and then Casey and I usually listen to the song and kind of like, I don't know, feel it out for like the vibes that it has, like, you know, because you don't want to write a song about like a certain thing that it, like, if the song doesn't really vibe with that, like, you know, you want to write like a heavy song about some heavy shit, like, you know, or whatever, you know, so it kind of coincides. So we do that, and then once we both decide on like the vibe and the feels, decide on the lyrics, and then we both kind of write our own versions to the song, mostly just for like sake of vocal patterns.
Yeah,
because we, you know, you can think of a whole verse or a whole section in like a whole different way than somebody else, so that's been nice to kind of like,
that is cool actually.
You know, we break it down as like, oh, maybe the lyrics of your section was better, but the pattern of my section was better, so then we can kind of like amalgamate them into one.
Oh, okay.
So we kind of do it like that. Sometimes we'll write like, you know, a section together like organically from scratch, just kind of scrap both our versions and be like, do it like this. But the process is mostly like a lot of work together. Occasionally there is songs that in the past have just been more one person's than another's, like for example, like I'm trying to think of something more easy to reference. I think like if on the last album, like not the last one, on Dissentient, I think Casey wrote the song Dissentient more than I did, but then like I wrote more of Abysmal than he did, like, you know, so like, but then there's certain songs that were like written totally together, like I think Dark Omen and Godless and all those were like all written together and whatever. But
that's cool.
So it's kind of broken down like that.
Seems like has it always been that way for the most part?
More or less, yeah.
More or less, yeah.
Try to keep it fair, otherwise it's a little bit too like ego button, like, and that's one thing we learned to like get over really quick, was like, you know, it's not really about like one person thinking they're better than the other, it's just about like building something together to be awesome, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't look at it like who wrote the most lyrics or like this,
or whose song was better, you know, because it's like, oh, I could
that
write
as
a
well
whole song and like Casey's song is just way better than mine. It's like I could, you know, just be like, fuck you, no, mine's better, and just try to beat it dead, or just be like, accept the fact that maybe his was better than mine.
Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, let's just do that. I'll use my lyrics for something else maybe, or make them better for, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, that's cool. That's good. What are your what's some of your favorite towns to hit on tour? Is there any ones
off the top of my head, for sure, Denver, for sure. Love playing Denver.
Denver's always awesome.
I love playing Austin.
Yeah, you guys had the last time you were here, Rings of Saturn. That show was fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, every time we come through, it kind of gets a little bit better, and I don't know. I like Austin a lot. I like the area too. Lots of homies come out. You get to see you.
It's
And,
a bunch of stuff to do too.
But
Places to go.
Yeah, I used to. I actually we don't get over there that much, but I like to play I'm gonna get somebody's gonna say something about this, but like Worcester or Worcester, I like to
Worcester.
play.
Worcester.
Yeah.
And I'm from the Northeast, and I used to say Worcester. Worcester,
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know.
There's
I got
corrected real quick.
There's many ways to say it.
Yeah.
But I like playing there. Super rad. I also like playing
shows up there.
Florida, like lots of the places in Florida. Orlando's really fun, but we haven't played there very many times either, so it's kind of tough to say. But I guess those off the top of my head. Seattle's usually fun because it's close to home.
How's LA for you guys?
LA is kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
I feel like it's mostly because we've played lots of varying venues and sizes and like styles.
There's a lot of different places to play down there.
Yeah, like when we played Summer Slaughter, obviously it's Summer Slaughter, but like we were playing in like the place where like Drake goes and plays, like not the stadium, but that's where that was.
Yeah.
And then then the next time through we played like this weird, like brand new venue that was kind of in like a sketchy area of LA. Like,
was it 1720? It's a good venue.
It's sick. No,
but
super
it's
sick.
Great venue, but they know it too, though. It's okay. They know it.
We played somewhere else between that, or we just
maybe in Orange County.
Might have skipped LA. I mean, just played Anaheim on the other tour, and just
chain reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1720 is a great venue, but the area is not great. That's what they had to hire more security. They had to have like parking lot security and shit.
Yeah, sick venue. I really like playing there, and like lots of space and everything. But yeah, a little sketchy.
I've gotten like shit from people about like not bands, well, kind of from bands a little bit, but they're not like, oh, the venue sucks. They're like, yo, the venue's sick, but they're just like, dude, this area is very sketchy.
Yeah,
you know? And I've got
like Vancouver. I can always
I get it in Vancouver too.
I can always
playing there.
People like that, and that's how I always feel too on tour. I'm like, well, it's not the rickshaw. So.
Yeah, it's not rickshaw. So but everyone enjoys. Every time. Everyone when a band's going to Vancouver, for the most part, they know like, okay.
Yeah. Unless you've been there, unless it's your first time and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
I've had bands tell me that. They're like, dude, what is going? Yo, I just saw these dudes like shooting up and all these people are like doing drugs. I'm like, that's that area. I'm like, I have no words, and I'm like,
I mean, Dahlia's played there a bunch of times, but it was like right after Summer Slaughter, we played a Halloween show with them, and I'm like outside talking to Trevor, and Trevor's just like, yeah, man, pretty crazy out here. And I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, yeah, I think I just saw a homeless guy shooting up another homeless guy who was in a wheelchair, but into his eye.
What?
I was like, what?
What did you see?
Dude, I have no idea, but
That's fucking crazy.
And then I worked, because I work for a production company. I worked the Knock Loose show that they did recently. They were it was, who else was on the bill? I don't know, but I worked this Knock Loose show, and they were playing the rickshaw, and they were like, I don't think they'd ever played the rickshaw before, because they played like the Cobalt last time I saw them in Van, which is like a nicer area, and they were like, what the fuck is happening?
What the fuck is happening?
I was like, yeah, it's
just so
okay.
Taken back by
they won't harm you. They're just doing their thing.
Unfortunately, that's what it is. Yeah, I've never been to Vancouver. The only place I've been to in Canada, literally one time, Toronto. I've never been to Canada more than that. It's crazy. That was a fucking wild ass night.
Toronto's cool. I like Toronto a lot.
It was fun. It was a good time.
I like both sides of Canada. Like if I don't know, I don't mind the middle and stuff. There's no hate, but I like it's either the Toronto or Van is kind of my favorite.
Definitely. Let's see. What there's some good questions in here. I like what everyone's asking. I guess who came up with the name AngelMaker? That's a good question, because I don't fucking know
that one always comes up.
It has to. It has to.
It's a weird name, so it comes up a lot, I guess,
I like it.
Okay,
and
it's kind of a funny story, I guess.
All right.
Just kid stuff. Like I said, we were like,
well, yeah, you're all in high
2011, school. So we're all in high school. We're all just, trying to make it work. Okay, actually, before I tell you about choosing the AngelMaker name, I'll tell you how like everything first kind of started. Not to go too deep, but
yeah,
I wasn't in the band at first,
and
it was another vocalist, and Casey actually played bass. Yeah, super weird, and they were called The Morning After, but spelt like mourning, like you would mourn someone's death.
Oh, yeah. MOUR.
And I was like,
NING.
Yeah, it's super cheesy.
Yeah.
Like that could be like a Motionless in White band.
Or like an emo band.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, whatever. And they were doing, like I said, some Battle of the Bands stuff and whatever for a while. And they were mostly playing metalcore. Yeah, like lots of Parkway Drive and kind of like stuff like that, like Lamb of God and like, I don't know, Kill Switch, kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they kicked the other guy out because he was just kind of flaky. He like basically didn't show up to practice for like a while before a show, and then just showed up to the show and he was all like, let's do it.
Yeah. Hasn't practiced in weeks.
Yeah. And so they did the show with him that night because they had to, and then whatever, kick him out more or less. And then they asked if I wanted to join, and I said yes, but I said that I wanted to transition the sound a little bit to more of a deathcore thing because I was really into like Chelsea Grin and Job for a Cowboy and like Whitechapel and all that. So I joined, and Casey actually like. It was right before I joined. Casey decided to do vocals, and then they were like, well, you could do vocals too. And I was like, I honestly wasn't really into it at first. Really? But, so you just want to be in a band. So you're like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, for sure.
And then around that time, we decided to name ourselves The Human Condition.
Dude, there is a band in the States named that, actually.
Yeah, dude, okay. I love you. It's great, dude. Okay, so we name ourselves The Human Condition. We don't really know anything about anything. We just start trying to play deathcore. Like, Colton and I are, like, doing stupid bullshit, like, demos in my, like, bedroom. And, like, around that time, my school, which was really cool, they offered a sound recording class. So Colton and I took the class together, and that's, like, where we first started writing, like, early like Human Condition, AngelMaker kind of stuff.
Okay.
And so like I said, it's 2011.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, everything's starting to feel more serious. Maybe we should like record a demo. Maybe we should like get a logo. Maybe we should do these things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, make a Facebook, because it's like Facebook's just starting off kind of.
Yeah, that was like the transition.
Yeah.
That was from MySpace.
So I'm like, oh, we got to make a Facebook. We got to like be official. We got to make like a YouTube. Like, you got to be on top of those things.
Yeah.
And I look up The Human Condition, and I'm like, oh,
well,
already a band. Nice. And like, they were like not super established at that time, but like way more than us.
Yeah.
Like,
so you were just
as like kids.
Yeah.
So it was right about that time that I was like, okay, well, we got to change our name. So we were like, I think it was one night at band practice. We're like, okay, guys, we got to choose a name. And like your homework assignment was to choose. And this is in hindsight so much. It was to pick 5 of your favorite names and bring them to practice. Dude.
Okay.
Okay, but there's 6 of us in the band.
Yes.
So we show up to practice, and there's 35 names to go through.
30.
It's like 35.
And
you're like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Time to narrow it down.
Oh my god.
So we like I think it was just like we jammed that day, and then it was at the end of practice, like honestly we were probably like smoking some weed and like, okay, time to like narrow it down, and we just started like voting on it. And it was like, okay, I think it started like, because there's 5 names and there's like 5 names each.
Yeah.
I think you could choose 3 at first.
Oh my god.
Like in general. It was like, you just pick 3 names.
Yeah.
And then but everyone picked 3. That's 3 times fucking 6. There's still a lot of names. And then okay. Now we narrow it down again. Now you gotta choose like just one name, and then it like got into a smaller list where everyone had chose like just one name.
Oh my God.
And then I remember it was like we were down to like five band names, and AngelMaker was one of them. And I believe I had pitched the idea. It doesn't really matter, but and then I remember the name we almost went with was something like parasitic autopsy or something.
Oh,
just like
man.
So like random and like metal.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah, you throw those like two words together, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like metal slam thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paris.
And
autopsy.
I don't know, we ended up just going with AngelMaker. And then to put some reference to the name, I guess as a kid, the logic still kind of holds, but it's, you know, a little broken.
Yeah.
As a kid, I thought that, you know, if based on like Christian theology, like if you were like a good person, like an innocent person, whatever, and you like died, then like you would become like an angel, like to a point. And so like if somebody was to like go around and like murder innocent people, then like they would like be an AngelMaker. So that's kind of like how it came around, to be honest. It was like, oh yeah,
came up with it.
You know, you murder people, you turn them into angels, AngelMaker.
You're an AngelMaker.
To be honest, that's how it came to be.
That's crazy,
and it is now.
That's wild.
But I also liked how it was one word. Like it's kind of like, it's not one word per se, but we, you know, made it into one word. It's short. It's not like around that time, like I said, even that last name I said, but there was a lot of like verb the noun bands and stuff like that. So we kind of wanted to be like, we wanted to be one word, but without being too genty, because there was a lot of that at that time too, like lots of bands called like auras and portals and like, you know, volumes and structures and so
there was a lot.
We wanted to kind of stay away from that a little bit, but keep it short so people will be like, oh yeah, it's AngelMaker, it's one thing. It's just like Whitechapel. Like I like that Whitechapel is just like bam, you know. I
like that. No, I tell a lot of bands, I'm like, yo, you should probably, some bands just like have too long of a name, or like it's just sat, you know, like no one's gonna remember it. Like, you know, you gotta have something someone can just say real quick if you can.
Yeah.
Unless you're like Between the Bear to me. I mean, that's fine. They get a pass.
Yeah, I mean, like Tony Danza.
That was. I remember when that band came out, I was like, "What is this? It's so sick, though." But what is that name? I was like, "This is so ridiculous," but I fucking love it.
Exactly.
No,
I mean,
it's fucking rad.
Even like now, like See You Space Cowboys, like it's a cool name. I remember
it. Is. I remember it too. Yeah. It is a good one, honestly. See, Benny asked, self-titled vinyl repress. Is that gonna happen?
We don't have to repress them. They're going up on the store very soon.
Benny's
just got to figure out the shipping rates so it doesn't break everyone's balls. Because we had an issue with it last time where like, it was expensive for people, but we were still losing money. So
what?
Are
you
gonna
be shipping them yourselves?
Yeah, at least these ones. We had Indie Merch was supplying them for a while, but we had some of the back stock like shipped over to us, and so we just have like not too many, but we have some, and I'm putting them up on the store and get them out there, so they're coming for sure.
Cool, awesome. That's gonna be great. I know I've seen people wanting that, and I know Benny.
People love the vinyls nowadays,
dude. Vinyl's great. I get it though. I mean, I'd rather buy a vinyl over a compact disc.
If it was like an album you want to like enjoy the artwork of and like just like, you know, the physicality of it, I understand. You want to buy the vinyl. It's got more substance.
Yes. He also asked, what are the differences in music between the upcoming album and self-titled? Are you guys doing anything different, or just still, or just
not really?
Getting better at your craft?
Honestly. Yeah, I would say,
in a sense.
I don't know. I think this time around, to be honest,
because you got the new guy in the band.
And like, but with that, I don't know. For some reason, somehow, I think the songs are maybe, I don't know, more AngelMaker than I thought they would be sometimes. Like you're like Johnny wrote a bunch of songs, Colton wrote a bunch of songs, and sometimes I find myself listening to like a song that Johnny wrote and being like, holy shit, Colton didn't write this song.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
you know, so that's been really cool.
That
and
is
then
cool.
I
You
also
wouldn't
think
expect that, I guess, right?
yeah, right? Yeah.
I
And then I
wouldn't
also
expect
think it's
that.
cool having Johnny in the mix too, because he's a little bit more like, I love Colton to death, and this isn't a stab or anything. Like Colton loves grindcore and black metal.
Yeah, I know he does. Yeah.
Loves that stuff. So that
Yeah.
stuff really kind of like starts to shine through in his writing. And Johnny loves deathcore. Like, and I love deathcore. And so the new material has a little bit more deathcore going on sometimes, like a little bit more of some old school vibes that you know I didn't think we had before. So or hadn't touched on in a while.
Oh yeah, not since like earlier AngelMaker material.
Yeah.
How did Johnny come in the mix? What did you was that like random? Was it like you guys hung out one day, like, and you guys were jamming, like, and it was like, yo, want to do this?
It's kind of I mean, it's kind of a long story, and like it doesn't really have like a direct answer, I would say. But so before we did the last tour last year with Rings of Saturn, we did that short run with Despised Icon.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Through Canada.
Yeah.
And Johnny came with us on that tour and kind of like helped do some merch and drive and this and that. And
oh, that's dope.
And also to put some other perspective of things, Johnny is the manager of a really large like theater venue in town. And Colton and I both work for him. At the venue.
So it's kind of like your boss in a sense.
Kinda. I mean, he doesn't pay us, but he's like kind of manages us.
Yeah.
And so like we've known him there, and then it was funny, like we brought him on the Despised run, and then, you know, with that in mind, like I think we were playing Saskatoon, and, you know, we're talking to the promoter, and promoter was kind of being a certain way and whatever, and Johnny like was like, hey man, like blah blah blah. Like, just I don't know what to remember. Johnny said just something like,
just straight.
Yeah, man, like you work for like this company, and the guy was like, yeah, like I do, and Johnny's like, I also do, and it was just funny because the guy instantly kind of was like, oh, you're my boss. Oh, okay.
What?
Like, which was funny. But yeah, we've known Johnny for a long time. He played in Galactic Pegasus, he plays in Carcosa, and he's like a good homie of ours. We took him on tour and hung out with him, and we were, you know, talking about having him kind of be like a merch guy or a driver or
something like that.
You know, kind of stuff like that. And he knows a lot about sound. He went to like sound recording school. He can play drums, guitar, do vocals. Like he's nuts at everything.
Yeah.
So even having him on that Despised run, it was like he could talk to like front of house the whole time, just like tell them what we need. Like he's kind of like the jack of all trades.
Yeah,
you know, like
he has a little bit of everything.
And I don't know. And then we just started talking over the last like little while, and Colton really got like inspired to have kind of Johnny help with the writing mix, and then he started writing some songs with Johnny, and then we all kind of talked, and we're like, you know what, like we don't really know what's going on like for next year and stuff, and everything, and so like for now it was like, why not just have him join the band? You know, we want, like, I guess at the time it was kind of like, well, he can join the band and do whatever, like he could help us with, you know, whether it was like an official member of like writing the music or just like being there and helping and being part of the team, you know, but it's kind of become more than just that aspect, you know. Obviously he's been writing the music as well and really been like involved in the whole process, so it's been nice. It's just cool. We'll have to see what happens when we
play some shows,
figure out when touring comes around. I guess 7 people, I don't know.
I know.
I don't know. We haven't really thought about it. I will say we're trying to not write too much of the new music with like totally going ham at 3 guitar parts.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, there's like there's sections where it's like it's more filled out, but it's not like, maybe it's not like necessarily everything's written for
3 guitars.
We're always gonna have 3 guitars and 3 guitars.
Because he might be like, yo, dude, there's not like much room on the stage tonight. I'm gonna take off tonight. I would do that shit to I don't know where I'm gonna go on there, bro. I'm taking off. I'll go do sound. It's cool.
Originally, we also talked about like, and this is all like still all totally up in the air and everything, and like this was a certain time and a certain place, but we had talked about it kind of like in the same sense of like maybe like a Will Putney thing, because Johnny has like a job that's more serious than the rest of us, and like he couldn't always commit to tour and everything, so it was like, maybe if there was a tour that like Matt couldn't do, and it's like, oh, Johnny can do, and it's like, oh, and Johnny can't like do this tour anyway, so it's like a backup, but not really. But
not really.
That was at a time we were talking about that stuff. So like I said, we're kind of don't really know right now, because I don't know when we're going to be touring. Like I don't know when anything's going to be happening.
I don't know either.
I mean, I would love for it to just start, but I mean,
we had a sick tour plan.
Yeah, right.
We had something dope planned.
We were going ham. We were making some sick stuff happen,
dude. Yeah, we don't gotta get bummed out about that. It'll happen. We'll come back around. Yeah. We'll get there, guys.
Yeah, but so we'll see. But that's
rad. That's rad about Johnny. I'm stoked to meet him.
He's a great guy. Yeah,
the rest awesome. All you guys have always been cool as fuck. From when was the first time we fucking met? Was it?
I think it was this.
No, Triggers.
Was it the So What showcase?
Showcase. The fest?
Yeah, because we played like the. Oh, not the So What. What was it? The Oh yes, it was South by So What, and we played like the showcase thing. It wasn't like the whole thing. We played in like one of those smaller venues.
Wasn't it like that? Yeah, in Dallas, right?
Yeah,
downtown. No, near downtown, Deep Ellum. It was at Reno's place.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was my god! Yeah, that was like what, 5 years ago?
Yeah,
something like that. 5 or 6 years ago.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I remember.
Would have been, I think, about 2016, maybe.
It could have been.
Maybe.
I get all those.
But, yeah.
Because I worked for that fest for like 4 years. But that showcase you played, I can't remember. It was. But yeah.
It was for the fest. I think it was just on. As far as I seem to remember, it was us, Falsifier, Extortionist, Filth, and then Bloodline.
Bloodline played, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, from Dallas.
And then another kind of band like Bloodline. I don't remember what they were called, though.
Yeah, something like the metal. Because Bloodline's like metalcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show was actually stacked. It's a good small room. Show. I'm pretty sure it was at Reno's. This place called Reno's.
I think it might have been.
Yeah.
It was like a weird little like dark room with like a little raised stage, kind of like. Yeah, I don't know. It was sick. It was sick. I remember it being packed. It was a good show.
Yeah.
But I think that was the first time we met, for sure.
I'm pretty sure that was it right there.
Because I think I was corresponding with you through the email a little bit before that, and then it was like, oh, I'll meet you at the show, and then
I think that particular one was being put on by Rustin from Tomcats.
Okay.
But he had to be out of town that day or something. So that I think that was the one I had to run that show.
Talking to me about the flyer and stuff, and just posting it and promoting it.
Oh yeah, because I did all like the marketing and shit promo for the fest. Well, me and the other guys that run it.
Yeah,
that ran it. So let's see what else we got here. I don't want to miss anyone's questions. This is a lot of good ones. How long did it take you to grow your hair out?
Man, yeah, I probably started growing it in like 2013, and then like I didn't cut it for like 4 or 5 years. Like I didn't cut it at all, and it got kind of fucking haggard.
Yeah. You gotta trim that shit.
And then I didn't though. I just let it grow for like 5 years, and then I remember it was on Summer Slaughter. There was these random 2 guys who had like set up. I think we were in Texas, but I don't remember where. It was Gas Monkey, but the big Gas Monkey. Like
Gas Monkey Live. You guys played there?
Yeah, on Summer Slaughter.
Oh,
yeah.
Slaughter. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that there.
We were there, and these two guys that, like, I don't know, the tour manager or somebody had known and brought. They were like there, and they were like, "Oh, we'll just do free haircuts for the bands, or like haircuts for like a tip."
Yeah.
And I was like,
there's some barbers in Dallas and shit will do that. We'll go
yeah, and so like they were just there chilling, and they were like some metalhead dudes, kind of like whatever. And I was like, honestly, I haven't got my hair cut in 5 years. Do you want to just like trim it a little, and I'll tip you? And I think that was the first time I cut it in like 5 years, and then I didn't cut it again for a little while. But then I don't know, about a year ago, I actually like got it cut a decent amount because it was getting fucked again, and then I got it like kind of dyed. I don't know. I put more blonde into it.
You put
I put more blonde into my hair. It's getting brown nowadays. I was like, sir,
I need more blonde.
I need more blonde in this bitch.
What is it? Not in order, but there's some of the Job for a Cowboy, Suicide Silence, Whitechapel, Carnifex. Those are like some of the OGs for sure of deathcore.
Yeah, for sure.
They definitely are. I guess, can you give a hint on around the time period the new record will be released next year? You probably.
I can't.
Yeah, I don't even fucking know. I don't know a lot of things that are happening lately with some of my. I'm like, so what? Someone will hit me up like, yo, how's things looking? I'm like, I'll text you.
I think things will start coming sooner than later as far as the music is concerned, but it will be. It will be a little bit of, process.
Yeah. Yes. Bloodblast though, man, that shit's awesome. There's a few others that have signed with Bloodblast, and I know these things because Bryce, obviously, and he's told me a few, and I'm like, yeah, I knew about like a couple because I kind of like had a hand in it, and then there's like a few others where I'm like, oh wow, okay, this shit's really
I think I'm not gonna like toot their horn too much because it's just I love them so far, but I just think that it's the way that the industry's moving, like whether it's Bloodblast or not. I just think that distribution deals and stuff like that are more of the way that the industry is going to be structured moving forward. And I think that like certain bands are taking notes earlier than later and trying to get on it. So
I think it's I mean, how they're doing it and everything is, and they're also like adjusting, like they're adding other things to their deals, which I won't say.
Yeah, no, they're like,
but they're like,
I mean, I love working with
from
Bryce.
where it
like,
started. Bryce is the best. If anyone doesn't know who we're talking about, Bryce is my partner with Devastation on the Nation, and he also works at the agency I work for, Continental Touring. So he's also in the band Seeker, and if you haven't listened to Seeker, you probably should. Bryce Butler is also the drummer of Seeker. So I know most of you guys know who the fuck Bryce Butler is. He's in Shadow of Intent now, which fucking rules, by the way.
Good for him. Crazy.
God, I always because we lived together for like over a year. Me, him, the Seeker guys. And I would always tell him, like, you need to find, Seeker was kind of like on and off type of band and this and that.
And he was on a lot of local bands.
Right? Yeah, he would do a lot of shit with local bands, which were like pretty good ass local bands too. And then like, I'm like, you need to find a band. Like, you need to be in a real ass band. Yeah. And now he is. I remember when he got the call about trying out, and he went. He's the garage, half of the garage in the house that we live in. Lived out. Like, he still lives there. You know where I'm talking. Yeah, it's all like, it's not soundproof, but they got the shit on the walls.
You can go ham in there.
Yeah, you can go ham in there. And I remember that day where he was just in there all day, just going at like the same Shadow of Intent song or songs, and just going fucking coming out of there sweating his ass off.
The big ass smile.
Yeah, he's like, I almost got it.
Yeah.
I'm like, get it. You need this band. You need to be in this band.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it was super sick. Like, because I don't think he was I don't know. I can't speak for it, but I don't know if he was officially in the band when he was doing the run with Despised with them. But
I don't think he was then. No.
Yeah, and I don't think he was either. But I could feel it there. I was like, he fits.
He connected
shit,
with
like,
them. I feel like.
Yeah.
I'd asked him. I'm like, so how are you with those guys? Like, are you guys vibing? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you guys having fun together, getting along? And he's like, yes, 100%. And you could kind of tell on stage they do too. And I'm like, for sure. All right, this is cool because I saw him on that Despised Icon tour. And I was watching, you know, Bryson just smile on his face the entire set.
It's so
just
true.
blasting away, just smile.
Yeah. He's such a good drummer.
I'm like, he's unbelievable, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He's probably I would say he might be the new, like, kind of prodigy of the younger generation. Because, like, you know, we've got some drummers that have been through, like Chase we were talking about earlier. But, like, Bryce is the new one, I think. I don't know. He's a nuts man. He's a nuts man.
Jason was always one that I was like, man, I hope he sticks with this because he was always and it's not me talking shit on him at all. I've known Jason for so long. Yeah. And I would always tell him too, I'm like, yo, you need to find that band. I'm like, you're too good of a drummer. You cannot. There's too many of those
really good drummers who just like they're like studio drummers or like one-time touring drummers, like kind of thing, and it's like no.
It's like I get why he didn't stay in Hate Internal, but like that shit's very intense. If anyone has never listened to Hate Internal, go listen to it. You see.
No, I know. Yeah, Matt toured with them. I think
Oh, really? Oh, with what? Threat Signal?
Yeah, I think it was Hate Internal, Threat Signal, and Vader.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Threat Signal's done some crazy tours. Was Matt always in Threat Signal?
No. He was only in it for the past like few years or whatever. He left now, but
yeah, they kind of just I don't know what happened.
Well, they weren't really doing too much. He found like a replacement for him. Like when he left, he was like, oh, he got his like homie to like take his spot, but like they didn't really do anything. Like do anything.
Like, I picked them up and they did like one tour and they were trying to plan some other shit and it was just like they were just like no or like something to sing. I don't know who it was. It was just like, yo, I don't know what's up with them
because they're kind of like a Canadian like legend band, but they're pretty chill. Like they're just real passive about it.
Who's Jesse? What drummer is he talking about? I can't pronounce that last name. Beahler. Jesse Beeler.
Oh, okay, yeah. He sounds familiar. I'm not very good at drummer names.
Oh yeah, Aaron. There's a bunch. Yeah, no. Even Mike McKnocker. Do you know Mike McKnocker from last time? You do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, of course. He's streaming now too. Nice. Black Crown Initiate. Oh, he's X-Ring to Saturn. Oh, okay. Oh, he plays for Die Art.
Oh, now. Yeah. Oh, Mike Caputo is also nuts.
Yeah, I know. Mike Caputo's ass is in here. Yes, he is. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, no, all those drummers are like, obviously Anthony Barone is just fucking insane.
Yeah.
He did the drums on the new Beneath the Massacre record.
I just worry that he's going to turn into like Chase, like where he doesn't play and tour.
I was surprised that he didn't stay in Shadow of Intent. I mean, I have no clue what happened there. I don't think it was a bad falling out. It didn't seem that way. I never heard that from Bryce. So I don't think that was the case.
It might have just been a confliction of like tour schedule.
And I heard something he Oh yeah, okay. Mike, is that even public though? So I heard that too, and I was just I heard something like that. Hey, I know someone else that plays for Baby Metal. They just can't say publicly. But maybe Anthony does. I don't know. That's crazy though. What's a favorite song that you wrote lyrically and musically?
Favorite?
Do you write any of the music? Do you play guitar or anything or no?
No, I don't really have any effect in the musicality part of the songwriting. Not too much. I can kind of like put in my ear and be like, Colton, write a song that's hardcore, or like write a song that's black metal. Like, But I can't really like actually have too much musical say. Like I can and can't, you know. If I don't know what I'm saying, I just play the thing that goes the bump bang, you know. Like,
play that fucking deathcore part or that breakdown.
Yeah, play the part with the two-step.
What's that death metal riff you wrote, Colton? That
Yeah,
black metal
that's
riff.
like I don't know, so but
man.
yeah, not too much music stuff. But favorite song lyrically. I really like the lyrics to No Haven. That song doesn't get a lot of play, and it's kind of like a hidden gem on Dissentient, but it's one of my favorite songs. It's like a short 2-minute song.
I know.
I wrote like most of the lyrics to that song. I don't know. I like that song. It's really
Is that like when you like? Do you guys play that live a lot or no?
Not really. We've only played it like a few times.
Oh, okay. What's like one song that you guys?
We try to.
What's the hit?
Sorry.
What's the hit AngelMaker song?
Oh, Leech. We have.
Yeah. It's never going away.
Yeah.
Every band has
it's
like
never
the
going
one.
away. Like I love it and hate it because the only reason I hate Leech is because everyone wants to see it, but not everyone wants to like be part of it, and that's like the only fun part of the song is like having everyone do the gang vocals at the beginning, because honestly from a song's perspective and like performing it, it's kind of a boring song. It's super like repetitive vocally and stuff, and like
if like the crowd's not like full on into it, I guess it's not as fun for you guys.
It's kind of like, okay, we just played a 5-minute song. Like,
why do we do that?
If everyone's there and they want it, then it's so sick.
I guess if like you should get like a crowd vote.
Sometimes we used to do that. We would leave it as like the encore, and then like because people want to hear it, and then it'd be like, okay, like, well, you guys want one more, and they're like, yeah, and it's like, how about Leech? And then they're like, fuck yeah. Like,
and if no one says anything, then you're like, never mind, we're good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that one time I think on one tour, I don't know, we played the song, but we like played it shortened because it is a long song, and we just like ended it halfway or something. I don't know, because it's only more fun to play for the first half.
And then after that, it just gets like, okay.
Well, it has a repeating chorus, and then so I think we cut it at the second chorus, and because the second chorus just has an outro after that, and it's not really like a lot. We just cut it there,
Well, that's good. You really get to cut it short if you're able to.
Yeah.
I guess what's like one of your favorite tours you've done? Is there one that stands out?
I mean, I don't think anything will ever beat Summer Slaughter, but
how was that? How did you?
Oh, it was like a dream come true.
I remember when you guys got added to it. I was like, "Holy shit!" Okay.
No, the whole thing was just crazy, man. Like, I don't know, and there's so much like I feel like because it was so crazy, there's so much like mysticism around it. Like, I've heard so many rumors about how we bought onto the tour, how this and that, and like the contest was just like totally like
contest thing. Yeah, that's cool. That was the one of the years. So they did the contest thing for like they did it twice or 3 times. I think twice.
I know that they did it like
a year, and there was 1 year with Enterprise.
I know they did it a bunch of years before us, because that was the only band before us that had played Summer Slaughter that was unsigned. And they were a band called Boreworm, and they used to be
Boreworm.
Yeah, they used to be the Yellow Sign.
Wait,
do you remember that old school deathcore band?
Was the Yellow Sign?
Yeah, bro.
Why did I not know that?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I know all sorts of weird deathcore history.
Like the same dudes or some of the same guys?
Most of them, not the whole band, but it's like a lot of the dudes of like the Yellow Sign. They made Boreworm, and then they won that year's thing to be on Summer Slaughter, and then that was like their honestly, like, it's kind of their claim to fame. They did that tour, and then they didn't do anything, and I was like, what? Like,
I'm on their Facebook now. Dude, I haven't. Wow, I don't know how I did not know that. I remember Yellow Sign. Damn.
Yeah,
it is fucking
crazy.
The same band. Holy shit. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Is this the year they did it? No, they just played. Oh, they played the Summer Slaughter with Cattle Decap, Carnifex, Faceless last year. They played that like.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
No, they weren't on that one though, were they? No, they did the low. They did the. Oh, this is the one they did.
They were on 1 year.
They did the Morbid Angel year with the Faceless, Dying Fetus, Die Art.
Yeah.
They were the Headbang for the Highway winner.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Damn, I had no idea they were the Yellow Sign. What the fuck?
Yeah. It's crazy, right? Yeah, but so, okay, we won the vote contest thing. And then it was one of those things, too. We just got put on the vote. We didn't...
Dude, there was bands that got put on and they were not even notified about it.
Dude, we were not prepared at all. Like, to be entirely honest, we were not prepared, like, whatsoever. And, like, I think we were just finishing our first tour we ever did, which was, like, Falsifier, Extortionist, and Filth.
Oh, shit. So it was around that time? Right.
We were just finishing it. And, yeah, we got this, like, message that was all like, oh, well, actually, okay. Little insider info. We got offered to play Summer Slaughter before the voting process. We got an email from Sumerian from Ash asking if we wanted to play.
This. Yep.
And yeah, this is what happened. He said, "Hey, you guys interested in playing Summer Slaughter?" And we obviously emailed back saying, obviously, like, yeah. And then he was like, "Okay, that's great. In order for you to play, you got to sign to Sumerian Records."
Yeah, he's done this multiple times.
Yeah, and
not even from.
We thought about it for a little bit, but we were like, nah, like we're just gonna do it like ourselves and whatever. And it was tough to swallow because we was kind of like, you know, one of those.
Did you take like a few days to talk about it? I assume
we did. Yeah, we did. And it was like one of those things. Like I don't know. We had confidence in ourselves that we felt like that. Like the tour we were just on was doing so well and everything that we were like, if we just keep doing what we're doing, like one of these years we'll play Summer Slaughter anyway. Like it doesn't matter. And then it happened right then. Like it was like right after that we turned him down, and then it was like a few weeks later, the voting thing came on, and then everyone was like, "Yeah, you're on there," and we're like, "What?" Like, I guess
that's
maybe
cool. At least he didn't like hold like some grudge, I guess.
Right, and I guess maybe the thought that he asked us if we wanted to play and we said yes, then that maybe like he thought that we would be ready to play, so he put us on there. I don't really know how that went, but
who knows?
But we were on there, and then it was like there was a split-second decision where we were like, do we do this?
Should
like,
we do this?
Do we?
Oh well.
Well, do you commit to like promote? Well, no. Do you commit to promoting this whole thing
when you
to try to win if we're not really ready? Like we were ready, but it was like, oh yeah, like this, you know, winner gets announced.
Like a heads up, like so you can like prepare, like
like we didn't have work visas, we didn't have anything.
Well, that too, especially that.
Yeah, we were like, oh fuck, like, you know, and then so we decided, we were like, yeah, let's push for it, whatever. We promoted it as much as we could, and when we won, and
it's crazy,
that was crazy, and then just being there was nuts. Like that was like the first time we'd ever played with bands that like we looked up to, like pretty much. Like you play like local shows and stuff, but like the tour we just did before that was like just us and like some homies, like, you know, basically all underground bands just like playing, and it was like, holy shit, we're on tour with Black Dahlia Murder and like Dying Fetus and like all these fucking bands. It was just like, holy crap. And like, you know, just all this shit, like that was crazy. And then also like, I think for me, the cherry on top that will like never, I don't know, it's hard to top this, was just being on the tour that Black Dahlia did the 10-year anniversary of Nocturnal. Like, that's my favorite record.
And that Summer Slaughter crushed.
Dude, like,
crushed.
Yeah, there were so many cool things. So many cool things.
Wasn't Bryce on that tour? Was that did Bryce go on that one? He did, right?
Yeah. That's how Bryce and I became like best friends. Like
I remember him telling me like, "Yo, these AngelMaker guys are fucking awesome." I was like, "Really? No shit." So I always knew about AngelMaker. Always liked the band, and I was always like, oh, "This band's just like doing this thing unsigned and like doing really fucking well." And I was always like really like stoked about that. I loved seeing like bands like do it themselves and just like you know, do well, because I always like, I feel like AngelMaker has this like cult following in a sense, but it's like,
it's true,
you know. And after like meeting you guys, I was like, every dude in this band just like gives me like a good vibe, and I could see like you guys are you're just like nice to everyone. And like your fans and everyone, it's like
we try our best.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
it's like when you play
one thing, like
we
try to instill is just, I don't know, like I've always felt, not to cut you off, but I just feel like
good.
there's there's a disconnect between sometimes like a band and its fans, and like the realization that like to some extent like we are all nobody without our fans. Like if these people don't come out and buy tickets and buy t-shirts and like and actually like show that they support us, then like
or nothing.
How are we ever going to succeed? So like why would I not show that like respect back to them? Like these people are coming out and spending their hard-earned money on a t-shirt that literally means like nothing in the grand scheme of planet Earth, you know. But so like you know, if I can be respectful and like shake their hand and tell them how much I appreciate like them being there, then like maybe they remember that interaction next time, and like they come back and they even just want to hang out just because we're nice guys. Like I'm down for that. Like I'd rather have a positive impact on the planet and like, you know, people than just be like that band that was like, oh, they wrote like pissed off lyrics that like I vibed with, but they were all a bunch of dickheads and like blah blah blah, and like I don't know.
I feel like a lot of bands don't remember that it's like all these people that are buying tickets and buying your merch and buying your music are the reason why you're able to go on tour and you know, and just do this and you know, even make some money off of it too, you know. And it's like a lot of people, I don't know, bands forget that.
No, they do for sure. I think
you gotta.
It's tough. There's lots of things that cloud that, you know. Tour is tough. Being in like
tough.
You know, a band.
Some days you might not want to talk to anybody. You know, you want to just go play your show, and you know, and after that, you kind of just want to, you know, a lot of, you know, everyone's different. You know, for me, I kind of like to just keep to myself unless like I probably wouldn't if I was in a band. I mean, I was when I was younger, but I was in like band now. I probably wouldn't be that, you know, talkative and just social with people. But it's like everyone's different. But it's cool, you know, to see you guys actually put in the effort and like go out there and talk to your fans and, you know, hang out with them. You know, seeing bands. That's awesome.
Something I love. I love selling merch at the merch table. It does get overwhelming sometimes, but it's so sick.
There's so much going
shooting
on.
Shit with people. You know.
No, it's fucking rad. You do have to make good music to get fans.
You do.
Yes,
you do. I mean, that is an important piece of the formula.
That it is, man. Oh man. So let's say, when do you guys expect to come out with like a new single? Probably just like a few months before the record that you have when you get it, you know, when it's all planned out, I guess.
I mean, I'm hoping for early next year. Like we're hoping for everything. Everything's coming pretty quick. So
it is.
Like
there's a lot of bands, like even like Signs of the Swarm and shit, Brand of Sacrifice. That's another one. The Brand guys, like dude.
Brand,
awesome.
I know.
Guys.
I have this in the best way possible. This like internal like competition flame with them. Like I'm always watching what they're doing. I'm always like, what's Brand doing? Like,
oh dude, they're smart, man. That's another.
I know.
That's literally another them. Even Signs of the Swarm has been doing really well with the Patreon stuff. They've been killing it with that shit too. But like, just getting like creative. You know what I'm saying? Like not being lazy and stuff. But like Brand of Sacrifice, and I've said this many times, is one of those bands that I've met, and obviously, you know, I work with them too. They just blow me away on how creative they get and how hardworking they are. They do like everything themselves. I mean, like literally, and everyone's gonna know more stuff about them soon. I'm not gonna spill it here. I'm not doing that. I don't do that stuff. But there's some shit coming up from these guys that a lot of people are gonna be surprised about. But it's ultimately comes down to that band can do everything themselves. I'm still booking them though.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for keeping me. They're always like, we don't want to book. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you. But yeah, you know, they're smart dudes. And like, even when I picked them up, you know, they did a Signs of the Swarm headliner, and then they went out and then they got the offer for Summer Slaughter. Second tour ever. And it wasn't Summer Slaughter your second tour ever as AngelMaker?
Yeah.
Right? Look, it's crazy.
That's why I watched them so much. Like we're so similar in so many ways as bands. I mean, they've been around like a fraction of the time I have, which is the scariest part for me.
Yeah. But, well, I mean, they were in another band before Brand. So they're older than you.
And yeah, and you know, like we're 29? Both Canadian. We're both friends now too. So like, it's this, you know, it's like a healthy little bit of competition. Yeah, not that bands are competition, but you know, it's like,
well, you see what they're doing, you're like, well, we should do something kind of similar to that. That's a good idea. They got a good idea. I mean, everyone does that. We all look. I tell other bands actually, I'm like, look, do you see what? Yeah, I'll see like another band doing something like really cool, right? And I'm like, you guys should do something like that. Don't rip it completely. Not like music wise, but like maybe like a contest or some shit. And I'm just like, you should do something like that. That's fucking genius. Just don't do it right now. They're doing it. You know, or something like that. Like, give it a little bit of time so you don't look like you're ripping them that hard.
Exactly.
But they're, you know, they're definitely one of those bands, man. Very fucking smart. Very proactive, and they write killer fucking music. Their new shit is so good. They show me a few songs. I'm like, damn, man, these guys, it's crazy to me. Because they were in that before this band, before Brand of Sacrifice. It was the After Image, which I wasn't really a fan of. I didn't really, I didn't like it that much. And then when I found out about Brand of Sacrifice, I was like, what? And then I found out, you know, they were the After Image. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Why were you writing this before?
Liam was in another deathcore band before After Image, but
oh shit, okay.
They were called My Home the Catacombs.
Oh, that sounds so familiar.
Him and Dylan, because Dylan Gould was in like Brand for a little bit, right?
Yeah, he played bass for a little bit.
Yeah, he was in My Home the Catacombs with Liam.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they know each other. And then I believe Kyle and actually maybe was it just Kyle? I know Liam joined the After Image later, but
he did.
What's the guy from the States? What's his name?
Rob? Wait, Rob.
No,
Leo.
Not the drummer. Leo. Was Leo in the After Image?
Yes, he was like in and out of it.
Okay,
that's what I learned about them when I had them for one of these episodes, and I was asking them about that band. And Leo, he was like in and out of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I knew about them for a while. I knew about I don't know. I try to keep up on like Canadian metal bands at least because there's not.
Yeah, I get that.
There's not a lot of them, so
no.
I remember hearing about them back in the day and being like, "Oh, cool," but I just not really into metalcore and all that stuff too much. I like heavy metalcore and like old school metalcore.
No, I do too. But they even said it best. They did kind of like too many styles. Like they kind of just meshed too many styles together, and it just didn't work. And people told them that, like producers and shit, that were like, "Yo, kind of just, you know, stop doing that."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, I remember even talking to Kyle about it, and Kyle was like, he even said like on just the vocal aspect of things, he was like, I was doing too much stuff vocally, like he couldn't do like lows in 1 second and then do some crazy like falsetto like singing, like you know, like that's like
it's not gonna
two
work.
Totally different things. Like,
exactly. Did you ever listen to Earth Shatter, that like side band they did?
Yeah, the little like metalcore side band. It's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. I like his singing. He has a good voice.
Yeah. Kyle's a good fucking vocalist.
Dude, he is, man.
He's a talented guy.
Yeah, he is. That was a good question. What is the story behind the name Shia LaBeouf? What's the story behind
this one too. It's funny. I feel like no matter how many interviews I do, there's always like 6 questions that are always asked.
Oh yeah, there's always going to be that. Someone's going to ask that question.
Always.
But I don't know.
Okay, so the story about Shia LaBeouf, it's pretty short, but was okay, so I guess where to start. Old school deathcore bands used to have funny names to songs.
Yeah.
Like, you know, metalcore bands too, but like dogs can grow beards all over, you know, stupid shit like that.
Some dumb shit
too. I know there's a Devil Wears Prada, but you know, like just stupid fucking song names. And so that kind of inspired it. And then we had like named all the songs on Dissentient at that time, but we didn't have a song name for that song. And right about that time, Shia put out that video with like, I think the guy's name is Rob Cantor, and it's like it's a video called Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf, and it's like this like play.
What?
I don't know if you've ever seen it.
No.
You should watch it. It's pretty funny. It has like, I think it has like a shit ton of views. It's like,
really?
Let me just look it up really quick. It had like a couple million. Like,
oh, we have someone in the chat that was in the after image. He played bass.
oh, there you go.
What's up, 6?
Okay, so 70 million plays.
Yeah. Wow.
Video, you know.
Yeah.
Big video. But it's called Shia LaBeouf Live by Rob Cantor.
Yeah.
And like the video basically, like the play is basically like Shia as a serial killer. Like he goes around and he's like a cannibal, like actual cannibal. Like he goes around and he like murders people and like eats them and stuff. I don't know. It's like a weird video. But and then at the very end, the only one in the audience is Shia LaBeouf, and he's like clapping to like his own play about himself. Like, you know, like how wild is that? Like,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
So we saw that video and we saw how wild it was, and that like Shia was obviously in it and like was like supportive of it, and like, you know, it kind of portrayed him as a fucking crazy person, like a serial killer. And we were like, so long story short, we were like, we wrote this song that we didn't have a title for, and the song is about just like brutally murdering people. Like, that's what the song is pretty much just about. Like we wrote a song, you know, it. Like, I don't know, it's kind of a little comical, the song, but it's just about like violence for the sake of violence kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And so we were like, why not just name it Shia LaBeouf? Like, people are already going to be looking up this video that's about him being like a cannibal. Why not like name this Shia? And then the idea like originally was like, maybe he'll see it one day, like if he looks up his own name or something like that, and then like, you know, like, or something, or like, you know, some news article shares that like a death metal band named their song Shia LaBeouf, or I don't know, you know, whatever. And for a while we thought about trying to get it like trending so he would see it or something, like trying to like annoy him on Twitter or something, you know, but none of that ever happened. But that was the idea. So
it's
kind of why the song's just
he's an interesting guy.
But I mean, now more than ever, I could see him randomly stumbling upon it. He seems like he's been doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah, he's a little off his rocker. I love that guy. Yeah. He's so ridiculous.
He's hilarious. It's so funny.
Oh, that's fucking.
But yeah, that's basically it. Nothing really too crazy.
That's awesome. No, it's not, but it's funny. I like the meaning behind you guys.
Yeah, that's a good question. Everyone always asks, why is the song called Shia LaBeouf? And for a while, people thought it was because we like hated Shia or something, you know, or something like that. But it was like, no,
it's nothing like that.
Shia love, like, yeah.
Okay, we got an interesting question from 66 Steve, or is your name Steve? I forget what your name is. My bad. I don't remember anyone's fucking name. If you could only make one angel, what would it be? I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing that first word correctly.
Seraphim, cherubim,
archangel, throne, etc. See, I don't know much about angels.
I don't think I know enough about angels, but on a quick answer, I would say archangel, because my name is Michael, and Michael is named after Michael the fallen angel, who is an archangel of God.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. And I like that word too. I like the word archangel.
Yeah, it's cool.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, dude, Mike, thank you for doing this today with me.
Yeah, no problem. It's been a blast.
Great. I'm stoked to hear new AngelMaker.
Hell yeah.
I'm hoping.
I'll send a little your way.
Yes. Oh, Dennis, I don't know why your Twitch name literally throws me off every time, because every time I just see it, I think the name Steve. I'm like, oh, it's Steve, because it says
667.
But I don't know why. It's just what my brain, nice. My middle name is Michael. Oh, look at that.
Hell yeah.
That's Dennis from Ghost Bath.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost Bath's sick.
Dude, they are. They're in the middle. They're recording a new record right now.
I think I saw them with what's that band? Are they called Underling?
Underling.
They're like, they're a side project of like Oh, they're like, yeah, they're a side project of Fallujah.
What? How do I know about
I'm pretty sure.
Underling,
yeah. They opened for Ghost Bath one time on this tour, and I went to see Ghost Bath, and I saw Underling play, and I was like, whoa.
I found their... Oh, wait, this artwork looks very familiar. It's on Bandcamp.
I'm pretty sure it's Underling.
I don't know. Wait. Alex Hoffman did the CD layout and logo. Alex was the vocalist of Fallujah.
I think he's in the band then. It doesn't say any of the member info.
Yeah. But they are from the Bay Area, which is where Fallujah is.
Their vocalist is in
yeah, Dennis said they played with Underling. Their vocalist is in Fallujah now, Antonio. Oh, so it's the current vocalist of Fallujah. His old band, right? I guess. Damn, I don't know if I've ever listened to this.
It says logo made by Alex Hoffman.
Yeah, Dennis said that's the vocalist for Fallujah right now. His name is Antonio. He's in...
Oh, yeah, Antonio Palmero, vocals, instrumentation.
There it is.
And then Rob Morey, instrumentation, co-write, and Alex Bent, drums.
That name Alex Bent sounds very familiar, too. Huh, I gotta check this out.
It says, and then the special thanks, it gives like special thanks, Adam Ropel, Rob Morey, Alex Bent, Luke Farmillo, Jacob Zachariah. I don't know, it says all these names, but then it says Fallujah Archaic Battlecross.
That's
so
cool.
I don't know if it's members of any of those.
Have you ever listened to it?
Yeah, I saw it live, and it was pretty devastating.
Really?
Like, wow.
Oh, Alex Bent is in Trivium now. Oh, wow. Damn. That's nuts. Yeah, I gotta definitely check this out. I'm gonna leave that pulled up.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out for sure.
Dope. What the fuck? Hell yeah.
Yeah, and Boreworm. Remember
that? Yeah, I know. I gotta check out fucking Boreworm. I'm pretty sure I've listened to them before. I feel
they're not like the Yellow Sign, but it's crazy considering that they were the Yellow Sign, or some of them. I think it's the guitarist at least.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Guitarist and vocalist, maybe. But I know the I don't know. It was like around that time. I know you're trying to end this. I know that a lot of those deathcore bands, they changed their vocal style because a lot of the bands used to do all inhales and stuff, right? And all that stuff. I don't know what the Yellow Sign did, but it might be the same vocalist, but he's trying to do a little bit more of a death metal vibe.
That's what I thought.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, I figured it would be more death metal.
Yeah, they're going... I think it was like a tech death kind of thing, but...
Oh, okay. I got you. Fuck yeah. All right, well, we're going to go raid someone. I'm going to go raid my friend Nick. His name is Big Buddy Nick on here. He is the manager for Internal Bleeding. He's the manager for... There's a few other bands. He also does merch and TMs for Suffocation. You may... I don't know if you may have met him in passing. I'm not sure. But he's the fuck. He's the man. I might have. He's cool as fuck, man. He's actually playing the Black Ops Cold War beta right now.
Nice.
So
nice. Hell yeah.
It was just his birthday the other day, like a few days ago. So wish him happy birthday again. Because
happy belated.
Fuck it. Yeah. Right? We'll just start getting that going right now. Stick in here. Shoot him a follow if you guys like him. He's a real cool dude. He's a good manager. He's a good tour manager. And he's a really nice guy. Also, he makes his own coffee.
Nice.
Coffee's really good.
That's clutch. That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, I know. He's such a fucking cool ass guy. Let's see. The next episode that I have is on Tuesday with Ben from Metal Sucks. He's also the manager of Rivers of Nile and Black Crown Initiate. He's been a friend of mine for a few years now. Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool guy. A lot of he gets like shit talk about him sometimes, this and that, whatever. He is very.
Don't we all though?
Yeah, right? We all do. It doesn't fucking matter. He is a really down to earth guy. He's a good fucking manager. I mean, he manages Rivers of Nile, and obviously Rivers of Nile is doing fucking well. So, and they haven't fired him, so that's a good sign.
Good sign.
So he's doing good at it. Yeah, he's doing a good job. So yeah, Tuesday I have Ben from Metal Sucks. That's going to be a very in-depth episode too. We're going to talk about a lot of industry shit, behind the scenes crap, whatever else. and just how we got started and all that shit. So it'll be fun. But yeah, let's go raid Nick right now. Again, Mike, thank you so much for doing this with me. And
thank you for having me, Dan.
Yeah,
always a pleasure.
We will talk soon. And
sounds good,
here we go. Let's do the raid. See you later, everyone.
Take care.
Here we go. All right.